Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is you are watching. I think everything should now be ready. I hope so, at least. So let's switch over. Yeah, looking good. Less bright than it was before. As you could see, outside it was, or it is, pretty nice today. Sun is shining. First time we have real sunshine like that this week. It was a very rainy week, but finally today the sun is out and it should be getting a bit warmer again as well. Because believe it or not, we had snow this week. On Tuesday it was pretty cold back then. But yeah, now we're here. Thank you for tuning in for another Final Fantasy XIV music stream, where I go over all the amazing channels and artists that made music this week for Final Fantasy XIV, that made cover tracks for Final Fantasy XIV this week. And also one from the week before that for some reason didn't make it. But I'll get to that when we are there. Now, usually at the beginning of these streams I do some news, if there are Final Fantasy XIV related music news. There are none this week, so we will skip that part. However, what I want to say, if there are no music news, then that's one thing that does happen from time to time. However, if there are no other big news, especially now that we are heading towards a new expansion, that's pretty suspicious. So either they are cooking on something big that will come out soon, or they are doing something in secret in the back end that we shall not know about. I mean, we know that Foxclone and Koji are on the way to the US for a lore. Is it a lore panel? Just a panel. So who knows what else might be up, or might they be up in the US? I mean, the only small news that we could have for Final Fantasy XIV in terms of music is the music festival. I actually should have. I only remembered this now, actually, to be completely honest. So let's do this right on top of my head. I think I did see something here. But obviously that doesn't work because this page that I'm trying to find info on is really bad at that. There we go. It doesn't. They didn't write it here. But yeah, Final Fantasy XIV has a new. Not Final Fantasy XIV. It's Square Enix has a new festival they're trying to make, or to build up a new music festival with lots of different music from all the different Final Fantasy games. Actually, all different Square Enix games. And they had now a concert, a rock concert, and yes, Oken was playing again. And I cannot make the pictures any bigger. Interesting. But yeah, he just posted 2 small pictures from the event over there. So nothing too major going on, just this special concert for Square Enix. In personal news, also nothing too big. It was a busy week with lots of music. To the point that I actually ended up in national television. I'm not sure if I am allowed to play this track on stream, but it's okay. Not gonna go too loud here. Can you see my mouse cursor? I'm over here playing the drums. That was yesterday. Luckily it also did not rain right at that moment. In the morning it did rain, and in the evening they had to cancel more music and because it started raining again. But luckily right at that moment we managed to get a window without any rain. So yeah, that's something I do sometimes when I'm not streaming, not gaming, not working. It's just another hobby. This one here is a harmony arrangement. But yeah, it's a music festival with harmony and brass arrangements or brass bands that is currently taking place over here in my country. With traditional garb, as you can see here, worn by the front row. That's all from this. So then, that's just the personal news. What else I have been doing, and I have proof on national television that was there, which is always a good thing to have sometimes. Now, for today, it will be probably a slightly shorter stream, because there are other things I have to do besides the stream. Because I was busy with other stuff, there are other things that kept on piling up throughout the week, and now I have to do them today because I couldn't do it yesterday and before. So now, let's see. I will be doing some more maps, just solo maps, while we listen to some new tracks. Maybe today I will finally be able to get the third Twilight Gemstone, so that I can finally turn it in for the new mount, or for the mount. We will see. And as you probably have guessed, the first one is in Shaloni. And also, let's get ready with some music now, finally. Enough of my talk, and let's enjoy some music. So I'm gonna turn in-game music now completely off, including all the other sound elements. Ambient sounds, that's the name or the word I was looking for. And the first track that we have here is in Final Fantasy XIV, but actually it's from Final Fantasy VIII. The Triple Triad theme that we know. Some people hate it because they getting frustrated as they couldn't get the cards they wanted, but I'm quite happy about this track. I really like it. And we have Husky by the Geek, who made a cover of this track, which is called Shuffle or Boogie. Let's go. I have not listened to this track yet. It's the first for me. Nice rhythm in the background. I mean, it's called Boogie, but I think it's more blues? Simple pattern, but there's so much you can do with this track. As Husky is proving here. That was a nice line there. Somehow actually this track really fits the scenery, I don't know why. Just think it fits right into Shaloni as well. Ooh, that was nice. Gorgeous cover. Thank you very much for this amazing piece. And yeah, you can see my suggestions once again. I don't mind if you see them. I couldn't find a way to turn them off anymore. And I don't really care. Weird thing is though, I did see the first two videos already, so I don't know why they still show up in my suggestions. I still have to look at Scrap's Is Ever Called the Norse Expansion video, which, yes it is. At least, that's what we all think. Next on the list, another track that is originally from a different Final Fantasy game. It's from Final Fantasy XI. It's the Windurst theme from the Federation of Windurst, from one of the 3 starting cities. And obviously I had no luck with a portal here. It's also from the new raid that we got, the third walk, Windurst. That's why I'm incorporating it into today's stream. And we have a band performance cover by Happy Tunes Shiva of the Federation of Windurst. I can tell you whenever this track plays in game, when I'm in the third walk, it just instantly gets so nostalgic for me. Because I've heard this track so many times while playing Final Fantasy XI. It's not here, is it? It's here. There we go. So whenever I'm in there, it's just this wave of nostalgia that comes over me. So let's see if I actually will get this wave too with Happy Tunes Shiva's performance. I have not listened to that one yet, only saw it pop up in my search results and added it to the list right away. So let's go. Gorgeous arpeggio. end melody from the strings. Lots of percussion, as the original has. Ah, nice idea with the guitar. But we actually don't really hear this track in 14 too much, because at this point we're already fighting Shatoto and the track stops. So it's actually quite a long track. The full one. And I will have to check something afterwards, because I just remembered that this track might be on a very special CD. It might be. I have to check afterwards. First, let's enjoy the ending here. Very well done. Actually,
We hope you enjoyed this tune.
let's continue the video,
Like, comment, and subscribe to support us. Catch our live stream.
which I, by the way, always do
Discord for more
after the stream with all of the tracks that I'm playing here.
happy tunes.
I do always like them, I do always comment on every track. Just so people know that I really enjoy hearing them. And I want to encourage them to make more. Because we don't have nearly enough of these amazing tracks out there. Now, what I was wondering... let's see. Will I find what I'm looking for? Actually, in Windurst, there is the Star Onion Brigade, a group of Taru as they are called. It's basically the Lalafell equivalent of Final Fantasy XI. And based on the Star Onion Brigade, they created a group called the Star Onions and made 2 albums. And it was basically the precursor to the Primals, more or less. And well, they don't have. I thought they might be maybe on this one here. No, we don't have a track for Windurst, sadly, on here. But yeah, those are covers of Final Fantasy XI tracks performed by an in-game band similar to the Primals. And similar to the Primals, in this cover band, just a small fact, we have a member on the drums, actually, that we still know from the Primals, and that's Koji. Which when I saw it was like, wait, I know this name, but why is it listed as drummer and not voice? So yeah, it was Koji back then who did do the drums for the Star Onions in Final Fantasy XI, in that band. So he already had quite some experience in such bands before he became part of the Primals. Just a little history lesson there. Maybe one day I can showcase to you some of these Star Onions as well. And actually, now that the tracks are in Final Fantasy XIV, I might have to add these albums to the Hunt website as well, just to make it more complete. I might actually do that. Enough talk, we managed to get into Zenote Chajagural, or however you pronounce it. Also, by the way, I'm sorry for any mispronunciations of channel names, especially the next one here, which should be gaじゅまる, if I said this correctly. A new channel, so let's subscribe to them right away. And they made a cover of the Living Memory theme, Bygone Serenity. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a Bard performance as well. So let's dive right in. Oh, no, actually no, it's a guitar. Barcom player. It's a guitar performance. Only briefly listening to this one. Beautiful guitar sound. I don't know how Soken did it, but this track feels nostalgic, like something from the past, like a bygone memory, a calm memory in your mind. Don't know how he made it to fit so perfectly. Beautiful play. And perfect. I think pretty perfect dynamics. Very smart to go down an octave here, once again. Oh, it's ended way too soon. Such a gorgeous cover. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to many, many more. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. I assume they speak Japanese, and therefore gotta say my thanks in Japanese as well. Now the next one is a channel, sodaorat, that I have featured many times before, and this week they uploaded a bunch of new Final Fantasy XIV tracks, and I won't be playing them all today. I have my rule that I only play one track per channel per week. They uploaded so many, I will have enough tracks for a couple of, I think, months at this point, again from them. So we will hear a lot more from this channel in the coming months. Always one track at a time. This one here was the first one they... Actually, it's probably not the first one they uploaded during this time, but it was the first one that showed up in my search results. Therefore, it's the one that I will add to our showcase first. It's Dragonsong, which we are now allowed to make covers of. sodaorat actually asked me why I'm saying this. It's only recently that they updated the material license usage, and with recently I think, by the way, it's already half a year that they did this, but time flies sometimes, and I completely forgot when they actually did do the update. But yeah, before that we were not allowed to make covers of it, not allowed to sometimes even stream Final Fantasy XIV when this track played. All of the Uematsu tracks, so Answers, Dragonsong and Revolutions, those three always had an exception in the material usage licenses, but now they are free, or not free to use, but they have the same coverage now as the other tracks from Final Fantasy XIV, or that are played in Final Fantasy XIV, that are part of it. So, enough talk. sodaorat and Dragonsong. Let's go. And I have listened to this one already, so it's not new to me. It's a beautiful performance on piano. Nice glasses. Still no gem. Not a lot of luck today in the cenote. Not yet, at least. But I have more maps. Slowly building up the tension here in the performance. before releasing it once again. Beautiful build-up. And the use of small, almost want to say pauses or breaks to accentuate the impact of the beats. There's always a small break before the beat finally lands, and it just gives this special hit once the beat actually... I don't want to say beat dropped, it doesn't drop, but once it actually lands. Very well done. Now the final phrase. And yes, there are some sound artifacts now in the recording, sadly. There'll be a few more coming. The gorgeous ritardando at the end for the resolution. Beautifully done. Thank you very much for this gorgeous track. Next we have another new entry. It does already say that I have subscribed because I couldn't wait to subscribe to them. It's I have to go over here to say it correctly, Natumero Rarafel, who made a synth cover of Be My Honey. Nothing more really to say about that, just lean back and enjoy. I only briefly listened into the opening, but not the full track. So it's new for me as well. Quite a groovy arrangement. Ooh, nice harmonies. I'm surprised about this synth model. It's really a nice sound. Beautiful harmonies. Aw, could have gone for another turn. That was a very fun one. And they have uploaded another track, which I will feature next week. That I also have not heard yet, and I'm looking forward to it very, very much. And next one on my list, another bar performance. Have featured them before, will feature them again, time and time again whenever they upload something new, because I really enjoy their music. We have Ariq and Aria of the Qalli, as well as Dooting, who banded together to make another new track, this time the Occult Crescent South Horn Fate theme, which I should have checked what the name actually is of the track, but I didn't beforehand. I will have to afterwards when I add them to the Hunt website. After stream I will add all of these tracks. Well, they actually all already on the Hunt website, but they are not yet fully linked. But I had some minutes before the stream and added them already. So you can find all the tracks there, and I will link them with the actual tracks in the track list, so you can more easily find the tracks cross-referenced over the whole system that I have built up there. I will do this after the stream once it's done, and I will also link all the tracks down in the description of the YouTube VOD with timestamps, so you can much more easily find when I played which track and talked all over it. And also, yeah, there will be links to the individual tracks, so you can watch them without me talking over it. And we get a free door. Great. So, enough talk. Now really, let's start next track. Occult Crescent South Horn Fate theme. Let's go. Full power. I still have to dive into the Occult Crescent, not gonna lie. I had other priorities set for myself. Nice marching drum. As a marching drummer myself, Really enjoy that. Nice drum pattern there. In the right ear. Great spacing with the melody left. So that the two work together. Ooh, interesting. Love the harps in this part that fill out this space. That's quite the roll on the drums. Not sure you could actually play this if you with regular in normal ways, let's say it that way. Not sure you can press a button that fast. Gorgeously done. Thank you very much for another great bar performance. And will I be kicked out or can I continue in here? We will find out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Almost made a mess here with my coffee. And will I get kicked out? Yep, I will. But I still have more music. So, here we go. Next track is already up here while I go and fetch some more maps. It's a short one. I have briefly listened to this one. It's a short one, but it's a beautiful one. By a new channel that I have not featured yet before. Called Freontwel. Again, sorry for mispronunciation of names. It's the opening of Dawn Trail. Prelude, a Westward journey. As an orchestral arrangement. Let's go. If you want to play it yourself, here's the score. Not quite sure about the harmonies there. Oh, there is something special about this part. Just a short track, nonetheless very beautiful, and why not? If you start somewhere, why not start at the beginning with the prelude? Very well done, thank you very much. And next we have heard this track already. Doesn't mean that I can not play it twice in a different arrangement. It's another cover of a Dragonsong by yet another new channel, so let's subscribe to them right away. Delimea, who made a cover of a Dragonsong, this time actually sung. That sounded wrong. This time a vocal cover of Dragonsong. I have briefly listened to the one, I did not hear the full track, and I'm looking forward to very much, because what I've heard already sounded truly amazing. So, enough talk, Dragonsong.
Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truth that once rang clear?
Sounds really deep. The beginning sounded very deep, but now it's normal. I guess it's her voice. Very nice range. The beginning is pretty deep, so quite a large range. We'll have to check afterwards who made the music, because it's not the original music. It's a different arrangement, slightly. With the flute here, really nice. Really nice touch. And interesting breaks. Major part. Ooh, some brass in the background. Now beautiful stable voice into a slight vibrato. Very natural sounding, not forced at all.
For eternity, a
Really nice, stable.
without cease.
Nice, stable sounds. Really gorgeous. Beautiful voice.
Children of the land and service, why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle no can break? Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I never know.
And
Never know.
beautifully done. Not forced at all. Just letting it out. Sounded just completely natural. Almost no reverb on the voice as well, which makes it even more impressive. And I want to check who made, let's say who made the music. Don't think so. So if Delimea also made the music, then kudos. Very well done. Even more. Merci beaucoup pour ce joli. C'est performance en français? Je ne sais pas. Mon français n'est pas le trop bien. I'm trying my best to speak French, but yeah, my French is not the best. But thank you very much for the gorgeous performance. Let's see. Didn't get another freebie, but let's hope I'm not getting kicked out of here right away again. The next track that I have on my list, I'm not sure if I should apologize for that one. Nah, we can stay in, good. So I'm not going to apologize for the next track. As I said, or the way I do these, or prepare for these streams, I go through a bunch of search queries. I'm gonna go through them every few days, and whatever I can find in terms of cover track for Final Fantasy XIV, I put on a list. If I'm not sure whether or not the track was made with the help of AI or not, I'm gonna get a quick listen. Or if I'm just curious, I'm gonna do a short listen to what the track actually is about. And then I'm adding it onto a list, and I don't really discriminate, just adding whatever I can find. Which makes it difficult that the search algorithms really don't want me to find a lot of tracks. They only want the performances or tracks that are perfect. They only want to show me things that generate the most money for them, so therefore it's always difficult to find new things and find niche things. Gladly this week it worked quite well, and I found quite a lot of new things. And I think the next one is also a new entry. I don't think it is. I know it is a new entry into the list. Someone I have not featured before. And there is a reason why I still have not put up the video itself. But let me first say, if there is a channel, if there is a track that I have never featured before, then it might be because it never showed up in my search results. So please, if you know a track, if you know a channel I have never featured before, again, it might be because the algorithm didn't want me to see it. So please link it in the chat, link it in the comments on the YouTube VOD, and I will check it out. We have one afterwards. Such a track that's just never showed up in my search results, and now I can finally showcase it. But yeah, this one did show up. It's a bit special one. Again, I could apologize for it. I'm not going to. And because I now have this wall on here, I want to quickly finish that bad boy before... There we go. Before switching to the new track. It's a rather special performance. I wonder, I'm just gonna let you experience it now without really too much information. It's another cover of a Bygone Serenity. Let's go. I mean, it is impressive work to make a cover with an automaton. I do wonder what kind of automaton they used. If it is the same one that I have, then it would be even more impressive because you have to switch the different octaves on the back with a switch. Still no gem. Actually pretty in key. Not perfect, but very close. The melody is very close. So yeah, Bygone Serenity on Automaton. Couldn't fully keep a straight face throughout this. I tried. I still think it's impressive again to make a cover like that. Very, very well done. Thank you to Strawb. Again, a new channel that I have not featured before. And didn't say the name beforehand. And they do have some other more legit tracks uploaded. But yeah, that one showed up this week and I couldn't not include it today. I just had to. Now this next track is sadly already the final one for today. As mentioned, it will be a shorter stream. And I have one more track now to showcase. It's one that have been told to me last week. By the way, welcome into the stream. Won't be much longer, but welcome. It is a track that have been mentioned last week in the chat. It's a track that for some reason never showed up in my search results. I don't know why, it never did. I checked back and scrolled down all my search results and it never showed up in there for some odd reason. But I'm glad it got mentioned in the chat and I have now included it into the list for today. I want to keep my promise there. It's a cover of Blinding Indigo made by Scotch Bacon, who I have featured a few times already on the channel. Always amazing covers that he creates. And again, maybe we'll meet in Berlin. It's still out there. The offer is still out. So, enough talk. The final track for today, Blinding Indigo. I have not listened to this one, just put it on the list and hearing it the first time now. Quite the break to the previous track. I don't think those are the original lyrics. Very interesting. Although we don't really hear the lyrics. So those might actually be the original lyrics. Vocoding the lyrics, the voice. And chopping it up, always good. Ooh. Ever keep stereo, nice. That fits for today, for this track. We can continue. 2. Very nice. Very heavy guitar, very distorted. Really mighty impressive work. Thank you once again to Scotch Bacon for another very intense cover track. And yeah, those are all the tracks for this week that I have gathered. Now actually, if I manage to pull up my list, I might be able to add another track on my spreadsheet, but it's slightly difficult while fighting and I don't really want to get defeated here. And it's always getting slightly more chaotic as I'm going deeper in here. Let's see, am I in a stable position here? Maybe. Trying to get to the list here. Let's see, let's try this track here. Measure of His Reach. The anthem from Stormblood. It should be, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least we will hear it right away when I manage to paste the link into the browser. Where's the browser? Here's the browser. Let's go. They made it pretty close to the performance in game. Very legit. This one is from the Materia data center. You can see all the... Maybe you can see all the names in the bottom of the screen. Arrangement by Toaster Bun. I will read the names afterwards. All the singers. And all the people that played the music in the background too. I mean, those are all... I think most are real singers, so they did do a slight off-tune thing on purpose here, which makes it even more funny. We have... Can I say all these names correctly? Chanmoni, Zamoni, Rushing Gorilla, Bobo La Boba, Annie Bolden Barsh, Just Juice, Haruka Minami, Kili Liega, Antea Rain, Toasted Bun, Ren, Belmont, Relier Liega, and Narthiel Thu. who were the vocalists, and they can sing. Most of them are real good singers, and they made this just on purpose. Oh. Let's see. Should I do this or not? I need one more gem, and I can get one gem on 100% certainty. Yeah, actually let's... I need only one more gem, and I want this gem. I'm not gonna waste the opportunity to get the final gem. But now, which way? Which way shall I go? Will this stream end quickly, or will I be able to show you the final boss today? Will I get the gemstone and the final boss? Jury's still out. We will get the final boss. And don't come at me with streamer luck. It is the 4th map. Or 5th map? 4th map today. So don't come at me with streamer luck. That doesn't exist, at least not for me. It's that one, the Pyro bug. Let's go. Just a lot of movement, but nothing too crazy. Actually, once you know the gimmick with the waves that go out, it's nothing too crazy to dodge. But I'm glad I got here once again. I wonder how many more do I need? How many more wins do I need in here? Should be in here, I think. No, not Aquapolis. I'm at 12. So with that one, if I manage to do it, I should be at 13. So only 7 more. Afterwards. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with those. I won't be able to defeat them in time when I'm solo. They take a tiny bit too long. Sadly. Especially with all these things going on at the same time. Not very easy to do solo. I'm just gonna let them despawn again. That's okay. I think now comes the very fun part. Let's see. Yep. That's now the very fun part. With lots of explosions. Let's eat some chicken, that will help to make this a bit faster. Because I'm not really in any real danger here. just gonna quickly finish this one here and then that'll be it. Also gonna get the mount real quick and show it off. If I finally managed to get there. Oh, actually it's in. Ah, it's okay. I can get hit once. As long as there's no vuln. Doesn't really hurt. Now let's pot this next one. There we go. We are at 46%. Yeah, it just takes a while to get it down. But other than that, nothing too special. I think the iguana might be the trickiest. Although all three aren't really that bad. That one might have the most stamina, actually. Two-thirds down, one more third to go of its health. Tank busters actually don't really hurt too much. Don't even really need to mitigate them, to be honest. %20 left. And I'm pretty much back at full health, yeah. As you can see, Warrior is just... don't want to say overpowered, because it's not a lot of power that Warrior has. But the survivability of even content designed for 8 men, although 8 is overkill, but still, you can survive it. Warrior is pretty crazy at this. For such things. %6 left. And yeah, only 29 minutes left and then I'll be kicked out. I hope I can do it in 29 minutes. Easily. Ba, ba, ba. %2 left. Let's do another fell cleave again and again. And there we have it. And And what will be in the chest? Actually, nothing too special. Sweat cloth? Okay, that one is special because I actually was wondering how to get these new ones. The new hoodies. So that one might be slightly worth something. By the way, how many do I need? Only one. Okay. So yeah. I might make one of these afterwards. Also, obviously, more gil, as if I need any more, to be honest. I think that's quite enough for now. So, that means let's get the mount real quick, now that I have 3 gemstones. Ba-ra-ba-ba. Over here. Sublime Curiosity. The Quetzigural Horn. Sweet. What does it say? Quetzigural. Encountered in Cenote Chachagural, this winged stone construct is outfitted with golden adornments whose engravings bespeak Mamulja origins. As its bare body appears to hail from an earlier time, however, it is believed to be a Yokui relic that was repurposed and decorated. Don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Papa Gruff. Why do they add a quote from Papa Gruff? The NPC during the Halloween events. I mean, it fits, but yeah. So let's head over to Yaktel, I would say. I think that's the best place to showcase it, as it hails from there. Thank you very much. I really liked this mount when it came out with Dawn Trail. So it took me the whole expansion to get it, but here it is. And I sold something. Okay, that's nice. And yeah, all the rest here will be worth a bit more as well. As if I needed any more money, really, but always nice. And with that, let's use that as the final. There we go. The final screen. And with that, that's it for today. Still 1.5 hours. I thought it might be closer to 1 hour at the end, but it took a bit longer now that I could finish one of the treasure dungeons, luckily. So only 7 more to go. Need to reach the end 7 more times to get the achievement. I know I should do it with more people. Maybe one day I will find a group to do it with. It goes a bit quicker and you can burn through more maps that way if everybody has maps. So yeah, maybe one day. But for now, that's it for today. Gonna start the day off now with lots of chores that I have to do that I couldn't do before. After stream, I will link all the things that all the tracks that I played in the description on the YouTube VOD, and I will also, I have added them already to the website, but I will link them in the website with everything, as I mentioned before, and I'm doing have done for all the other streams as well. There's also still a playlist down in the VOD. However, the playlist is so large it already did break if you want to do shuffle or want to do repeat. It doesn't work anymore. It's too big for that. YouTube is really struggling with large playlists, and that one has soon reached the limits of what is allowed on YouTube. Therefore, I am working on a substitution over on the Hunt website, and I hopefully will be able to get this up and running soon as well, before the list breaks completely. Still have a few more weeks for that or time for that, but I have to get stuff going. So then, have a lovely Sunday, have a lovely end of your week and beginning of the new week. Next Sunday should be a normal stream again at the same time. The week after I will have to postpone the stream to the evening hours, or maybe even to Monday afterwards. I'm not yet sure completely. I will be out on Sunday morning the week after for a cleaning up after a concert. Yeah, music is always in my mind, so that one will be postponed, but I will say it next week once more. Have a lovely Sunday, lovely evening, lovely morning, and until we meet again in the next stream, whatever that stream might be. Maybe even the Japanese one that I'm planning to do, but yeah, still have to learn a bit more. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. And last but not least, thank you very much for the people now on screen, all the supporters over on Ko-fi, and the subscribers on Patreon that have been with me for some even for years at this point, which is crazy to think about for me. So thank you Lindley, Ashleen, Tortellini, Maginat, Lori Wood and Cassie Stelk for your long-running support. Have a wonderful Sunday. Goodbye.